Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's fair. I gotta watch out for that stuff. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah. If you're worried about FOMO.
Yeah, FOMO's the big thing, right? Like that's the big.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's like, man, I want to take every job that comes my way, but also like, you can't do that, right? It's like,
yeah, no, totally.
Can't overload myself. Can't work on projects. So we'll definitely have to see how that goes. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. It is Friday. We're doing the viewer suggestion again. I have Druid hanging out with me today. I have Snake with a Hat. Hello. Jocelyn. I hope I'm saying that right. I've still not been corrected, so I assume it's correct. Drawing with us today. We're just gonna start with a rugby, and we're gonna get into it. I am exhausted. This week has been an adventure, to say the least. So I'm hopefully not losing my voice, which I might be. We'll find out. I thought yesterday I was just like gravelly because of the wet weather, but like I think I'm actually getting sick. I think I am actually getting sick. So we'll see what happens, but I feel okay. I just can't talk. We have some stuff in the works to talk about. We have some projects to share. It is Friday, so if artists have like a YouTube video or a Instagram or something they'd like to share, I think that this is a great time to do that in the Discord. Through either the promote yourself or the art share. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. It's going to be hopefully a chill day, as it is. For those of you that are just jumping in, we are going to do the viewer suggestion from this week. We're going to be adding anything new to the list, and we're going to try to finish it off. We have a bunch already on the list, so yeah. Oni, hello. I ran a game last night for my friends, and this is like their first actual campaign. And the rogue decided to just start stealing shit, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah. And his response was, okay, I'm just gonna run into the forest, and then when the guards come after me, I'm just gonna come back. And I'm like, all right, well, that's a stealth check and a survival check, because you're running into the deep dark forest where everybody has told you not to go because it's dangerous and you'll die. And he failed that. So I made him get lost in the woods for the better part of a day. And unfortunately, he had told the person. It was kind of a fun story. So he was trying to buy a pearl, 100 gold pearl. That he couldn't afford. He doesn't have that much money because it's really low level. And instead of like trying to haggle for it or talk about it, he's just like, my friend will come in tomorrow to pick it up. And he's like, great, okay. So then he disguises himself, walks in, and just steals it. Like, asks the lady for it and then runs. There's like whole like battalion of guards outside because like it's a really small town. So I'm like, there's the shop, there's the inn, and there's the armory where the police like station. So he just takes the pearl and runs. The guards rolled natural. One rolled a natural one rolled a 4. And so I'm like, yeah, you run past the guards. They see you, but they just run past them because the lady's screaming at him. And he gets lost in the woods while the guards are trying to find him. So I have to decide how to deal with that, because it's like, you told the lady that your friend was coming to pick something up, and then your friend stole something, like right in front of her, and the guards saw you, even though you were disguised. Like,
yeah, like this is.
I don't know how much.
This trail still leads back to you.
Yeah, this trail still leads back to you, and they know where you are because like there's only one inn, and the innkeeper knows you. So
yeah.
So I'm kind of deciding like how much of a dick do I want to be? Like, this is their first campaign. I want to give them the benefit of a doubt of like, hey, you had a plan and you tried it, but now there are consequences. But I don't want to just be like, you're arrested and game's over. So I have to figure that out. I have 2 weeks to kind of plan that. I mean, it is a rogue thing. Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to punish them, right? Like, I don't want to punish them for making those kind of choices. But also, like, I'm having a problem with this character specifically because I think he's playing it very much like Skyrim, right? He's just like, I can just steal everything. It's like, you can. Should you? I want you to make those decisions. So yeah.
Yeah, you are not the only person in this world with agency, which means there are some moral implications you need to think through here, please.
Yep. Jerry, hello. Catching up on the live tail end of my lunch break. Welcome in. What did the rest of the party do while he was lost in the woods like dum-dums? They were just waiting for him. Because he said that he would meet them somewhere, and so they were just standing around like, where the hell is this guy? And he did at the end of the session. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't think that would take that long, and I don't want to split up the party. I'm like, I don't think that's the issue. Like, you splitting up the party for something like that, I think is great, and I think you're making good character decisions. But as a player, do you really think your character would do that? Like, if you're a savvy rogue, would you just start stealing shit in a small town? I don't know. So it was really fun and interesting and kind of frustrating at the same time, which I'm totally used to as a DM of like, let's this is not my plan, but this is what we're doing now, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to foster that, but I also want to maybe not punish, but I definitely want there to be consequences. So I think there might be a wanted poster hanging up in town for these two halflings that the guards are now very suspicious of. And a stolen pearl.
Also, hello, people.
Welcome in.
Hey. So is it just going to be the wanted post, like the exact same wanted poster, except one of them has a mustache?
I could do that. That would be really funny, actually.
I mean, I guess that really only happens if you actually plan to draw it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'll have to draw it. I don't know why I'm making like fortune teller rugby, but I am. What's a good fortune teller hat? Like Lady Esmeralda. God, what are those called? The fortune teller booths that I'm thinking of, like you put in a coin.
Yeah, and they always have some sort of like scarf, not quite turban, but also not quite scarf.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it's called either.
It's like almost just like a shawl, like a head shawl, but it has some bulk to it. Are we giving suggestions here? If you want, yeah, you can add a suggestion. I have a list set up with all of the suggestions from Monday to now. I don't think it is a turban, but maybe it is. Maybe it is just a shawl. But yeah, I do have a list of all the ones from Monday. So if you've already suggested one on Monday or on Wednesday, I have that already. But if you have a new one, you're very welcome to suggest it. I will put it on the list. And then when I'm done with this rugby, we will roll some dice and we will go from there. The dice will decide what we draw.
I think of all the mechanical fortune tellers I've seen in cartoon shows and everything.
Yeah, I'm going real tropey here, so...
I've only ever seen them wearing fezzes or straight up like a type of turban.
Maybe it is just a turban. There's one in Pike's Place, but I think it's a dude. Does he have a top hat? Maybe he does have a turban. I don't know. I've changed my mind. I'm going Marilyn Monroe now. I'm gonna go for like the big poof boa.
Yeah, from Google, all I'm getting is turban, head wrap, head scarf,
Okay.
etc. So,
The Blue Raja. Blue Raja's great.
Which he definitely had a turban.
He definitely had a turban. There we go. Okay, that's my Sexy rugby for the day.
A dwarf
Yeah.
alchemist. Nice.
What's that?
The character that Jerry suggested.
Also met my new character for Pathfinder, a dwarven alchemist with a particular penchant for explosives and fire. I like it. It's going on a list. Dark Kitty, an autonom barbarian who kicks people in the shins and uses improvised weapons instead of normal weapons. That's a good one. We'll put them both on the list. Okay.
All this rogue talk just reminds me, I've never played a rogue. Never touched one.
They're fun. I really like the ninja versus like the traditional rogue, but the traditional rogue can be a lot of fun too. I've done a bow rogue and like a dagger rogue. Both are really fun. I rolled a natural 1, which is a small arcane trickster rogue, Kenku, with fluffy feathers who loves shiny objects. Dig it. Little poofy Kenku rogue. Sorry if I start coughing today.
On paper, at least, I'm not sure that I like the second edition Pathfinder Rogue, at least compared to the 5e Rogue and the first edition Pathfinder Unchained Rogue.
Ooh, that's interesting. So you had said that, like, we'd talked about that before.
Yeah.
And so I started making a rogue, and I was like super amped up about it. So I don't know if I agree with you yet, but I also haven't played it. So
Yeah.
But
I also haven't played it, but like just on paper, it feels much less to me.
Yeah, like the thing I was noticing was, especially the Unchained Rogue is really powerful. I do remember that.
One of the reasons I like it.
Yeah, but like I mean, the Unchained stuff, like the Unchained Barbarian and the Unchained Sorcerer, I think it was a sorcerer. Maybe it was a monk.
There was an Unchained summoner.
It essentially was very close to 5e. It was what I remember. Like the Unchained stuff made it a little less complicated and a little smoother, if I remember right. But something that I really liked about Pathfinder was that the sneak attack precision damage of the rogue was like unfettered. Like, if you met the requirements to do it, you got your sneak attack every single round.
Yeah,
which is
every single attack you had.
So like with the shuriken build for the ninja, you could essentially attack 4 to 6 times for 1d2 damage, but then each of those 1d2 damages got 3 to 4 d6 extra bonus damage.
Yeah.
And so it's just like just throwing dice, which is super fun.
You basically were a human Gatling gun. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So with the second edition, it feels like, my guess is they tried to make the rogue back from that like massive damage dealer and pull it back down into the like skill monkey out of combat just masters, right? Like
yes. Which I 100% agree with you.
In Pathfinder, skills are a little harder to come by than they used to be, and so the rogue still gets a lot of them. Like they get really good stuff. So I am really curious to see how it does play out, but I'm wondering if their intent was to really make the rogue not the fighting portion of it, and leave that for like the ninja class and the assassin class, and the prestiges.
I think I agree with you on that assessment. And the reason that I don't like that as much is because it makes the rogue not usable in all campaigns. And I personally feel like a base class should be generally usable no matter what type of game is being played.
You could
so
be
that's that is specifically my opinion on the matter. So
to be honest, I really like the Pathfinder 2e's rogues, especially the Ruffian racket. Yeah, I really need to start looking at some of the different rackets they have, because like like I said, it really feels like they want you to specialize into something very different than it used to be. And it might just be that Rogue's low-level Pathfinder were really powerful, like really powerful. Because essentially all you need to do is to get somebody flat-footed, and then you just get infinite damage on them. So
yeah. Which it only took a little bit of understanding mechanics in order to pull that off, right?
Yeah.
Because of the feint mechanic.
And it was something, especially since you could specialize in feint. And that was the other weird thing about my ninja is I took a feat that allowed you to do. So if you're by yourself and you're in front of somebody, you could do an acrobatics check to feint or do a sleight of hand to get your sneak attack off. And so you could basically flank with yourself at a very low level to get your sneak attack damage. And assuming you weren't fighting a construct or like an undead, like very few things were immune to precision damage. So it was kind of one of those, just like Monk, where the gear, it's kind of gear independent, the power level of it is. And so I definitely think Pathfinder 2E has been trying to curve that, just like like prevent that from happening, so that everything is a little more balanceable through your gear. So we'll see.
Totally,
I kind of want to. I will probably build one here in the future and try it out, but I'm not so worried about it, just because I'm keeping those things in my mind of like, this isn't going to be the highest damage optimized character the way it used to be. So
and it is my opinion that a rogue should not be the highest damage optimized character. So like I'm fine with that, and I generally agree with the most of the ideas for the rogue. I like a skill mule as a rogue. I like them being somewhat limited in damage, and I just as it is on paper currently, there aren't any rackets, there aren't any specific builds in 2E that super interest me, which is
roll to 12.
Fine. I totally respect everything that I think that Paizo is doing with the rogue.
All right, Jolene, you got an older white human, huge and barrel shaped, bald and bushy, which that seems bald with bushy twirly mustache. So Dr. Robotnik is what it sounds like. Wearing a tavern keeper's garb and also magical powered gauntlets. Wielding a massive warhammer. Is that one sentence? Probably not. But so you have an old barrel-shaped, bald, bushy, mustached. That totally reminds me of somebody with a big hammer. It does sound like Robotnik with magical gauntlets and a hammer. That's pretty great. I still want a rogue that can box. I don't see why you couldn't do that. I think that would be great.
We haven't really played much in 2nd edition Pathfinder with multi-classing yet, have we?
No, not really. Partially because like the prestige classes make so you don't have to multi-class.
Yeah.
I have not looked into how to do it at all, to be totally honest. So that might be something to look into as well.
I've looked into it for my swashbuckler.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, they're no longer called prestige classes; they're archetypes.
Right. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was just some people may get confused. Since like
clarifying for chat.
I have done that. I've looked up. I'm like, where are the prestige classes? And then like gotten confused and lost because I couldn't find them. I was like, what's happening?
So basically, you sacrifice a class feat, levels of class feats to take levels in the archetype.
Yes.
That's
it. Is that the same for multi-classing then?
Yes.
Interesting.
And there is a variant rule that in the I'm not sure if it's in the core handbook or something else that says that players could start with a free archetype as long as they meet the requirements. So that it has to be like a level 2 archetype.
Yeah,
and I take it at first level.
I assume that is a thing that GMs can allow or disallow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hence why it's a variant optional rule.
Mhm.
Right.
And but yeah, with multi-classing, it's just as long as you meet the requirements, you could like take a level. You're only really getting the feats in some of the. So say if you're take a level in wizard, you do get some spells, but you're mainly in getting wizard feats.
Okay, that's interesting. So you are essentially retaining your physical properties, but gaining the features of other classes. I kind of like that because it is always weird to me when you're a wizard and then you're like, I'm gonna take one level in barbarian and I get real beefy. It's just like, what? What's happening here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I just got really yoked that summer.
I mean, you're the one who always talks about building a stir wizard.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start with the barbarian and I'm gonna take wizard feats.
So like you also like retain all like the level features. So like, say you're multi-class, you're starting as a caster.
Mhm.
You don't lose spell levels when you multi-class.
That was something that I was. Pathfinder 1 had a little bit of an issue with that.
Yeah. And like their answer to that problem was the prestige classes, right?
And so yeah, like you can still gain, like as you level up, you still get like all your proficiency bonuses and like kind of the free mechanical stuff of your class, and you can like opt out of the feats.
Nice, interesting.
So-
Kind of like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's an elegant way to implement it. It just gets a little bit complicated on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pathfinder 2, complicated on paper, seems like a good descriptor.
Yeah. Like once you wrap your head around things, like it all makes a lot of sense. To me, at least.
Yeah.
I really actually think that the 3 action system has done a lot to streamline combat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some like transitioning from other RPGs, it has taken me a little bit of just changing the way I think.
I was playing 5e, and I really wanted someone to roll me a knowledge local, and I just couldn't for the life of me figure out how to do it. Like, I don't know what to make you roll for this. Like, history? I'm like, I guess. Like, current local history? That doesn't feel right. Roll me seedy underbelly.
What lore skills do you... Oh, wrong game.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm the only one who... No, never mind. Dagon's other character has underworld lore.
Yeah.
I was only for a while the only one who had it. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll handle this one.
The free archetype is amazing and everyone should use it. Barbarian Wizard is just a nerd, got tired, and picked up and hit the gym. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, and the free archetype feat, I think, is probably pretty similar to the... essentially what I did in D&D. Like, if I wasn't switching classes for thematic reasons, like I love giving people warlock levels or something if they get corrupted by people, but like the initiate feats are perfect for me, and I almost always take them. So it's like, even if I'm a fighter, it's like, yeah, I want free cantrips, please. Like, that's amazing. There's no reason not to take those things. And if you're a wizard, it's like, well, I'm going to take weapon preference or proficiency so I can use a greatsword, because that's amazing. Which really all those are letting you bleed into other classes. So I think the feat system really is Pathfinder 2nd Edition's boon, and I really like the way they do it, especially with the heritages.
Like they eroded Magic Initiate, where if you take it as a spellcaster, you can cast them for free, but also you can use your own spell slots.
Yeah, I think that's... I absolutely have played like that in the past. I see no reason not to do that.
Yeah.
What am I rolling, Rook?
Go ahead and roll a d12.
D12? Okay. That's reassuring. I was afraid we were still well above 20.
No, we hit 35 the other day, and I was like, oh, but we're down. We're down below that now. So.
Good. A 2.
An unbreakable goblin barbarian that launches himself out of a catapult to attack the back lines. Goblin ballista bolt.
They're rubber goblins.
Rubber goblins, I like that. The Kenku looks very mischievous, thank you.
Yeah, it's one of the heritages for a goblin is the unbreakable goblin. They're essentially like rubber goblins.
That's awesome.
Like very stretchy and malleable.
They got that gum fruit. That's the literally only thing I know about One Piece. That's all of it. That's all of my knowledge.
I know Crocodile as a villain. He has a big giant meaty hook.
Is he a crocodile?
No, it's just like a gangster name.
I hate that show.
Exactly.
I hate it so much. One Piece and JoJo's just drives me up the wall. We don't need to talk about anime today. That's not a chill stream. I'll just drop that hot take and walk away. I'm super excited for Mugen Train.
Yes, fine coming to your streaming platform. It'll be set up as episodes. So they basically broke up the movie into.
So now, I thought that's what the season was. The next season was them episodizing the movie. So is it still the movie's not going to be up? It's just the season, or are they breaking up the movie and then having the season as well? Did that make sense?
So they're basically what they're doing is they basically streamed the movie when they first released it as like just a straight all-way movie. They've now broke it up into basically a short season.
Okay. Like a mid-season?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Tobias, no problem. We'll catch you in 25 minutes.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Essentially, I don't need to watch the movie if I watch the season.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I don't know if second season is coming, but it probably will be if they're putting out the movie.
All right, there's my Kenku rogue, who is super fluffy.
Finally get to see your Pignosuke.
Yeah. I do love mid Pignosuke. I'm happy with this. I think we'll give him some more shinies. Like a necklace.
Give me all the shinies.
Maybe he's got like a pinky ring. Little feather ring. I guess that'd be on his toe. We'll put it on his toe.
Toe rings.
I'll fucking kill you. I kill people. That's what they say. I kill people. All right. There we go. That's the Kenku. Very tiny, but it's funny.
Yes, I am very sweet.
Western Justice, hello. Indestructible Boy, hello. How are you doing? Tiny Crow Boy. Yeah, he's great. I'm really happy with that one. How are things going? I hope you're doing well. I still don't know if there's a way to shout out channels. If you guys haven't checked out Indestructible Boy's channel, I highly recommend it. How's the book going? Still going well? You're still plugging away on your setting, I hope. Boom! I'll give you a quick shout out. That's the best I can do. Go check out Instructor Boy's channel. I need to figure out a way to shout people out in YouTube because I missed that from Twitch, but hopefully YouTube will figure it out. Which should be awesome. I'm gonna roll the next suggestion here. Yeah, no problem. Still hammering away. Awesome. That's good. I'm really excited to see what you come up with for that. So for those of you just jumping in, we are doing the viewer suggestions. So if you have a character you'd like to see drawn, let me know. I'll put it on the list and we'll see if the dice god deem it worthy of being drawn today. I rolled a 4, which is a Warforged warrior that transformed. Oh wait, I did that one yesterday. I forgot to remove that one. I'm sorry. That's the treasure chest. Hold on. Gripply druid with a living sundew cloak. Oh wait, is a sundew cloak a magical item that I don't know?
No.
Okay.
It's in the same type of family as Venus flytraps.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh.
So I'm doing Doctor Strange, but as a frog with a Venus flytrap. I feel like I'm going to be drawing a lot of cutesy things today, which is fine. I feel like that's where we're headed, because I can't draw a Gripply that doesn't look adorable. And I think it's the eyes. Hope everybody's doing well today. It is Friday, which is exciting.
Yeah. Here's a sundew plant. Oh, Corpus did the same one.
I'll delete mine. Wait.
Too late. I deleted mine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
definitely a prompt. Kaito, hello, hello. Thank you for the gift emote. Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, they curl up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually kind of temperate weather plants.
I had a friend that grew some of them in like a terrarium. He liked Venus flytraps too, so.
I know
There-
some people would. Oh, go ahead, Jared.
There are a surprising number of species of Venus flytraps, pitcher plants, and sundews that are temperate, that are native to North America.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go
I
with
just-
Froggy Zenyatta for this one.
Froggy Zenyatta.
Froggy Zenyatta.
Oh dear.
I feel like I'm drawing a little crooked. Am I drawing crooked? Does it look strange?
It might be a slightly crooked.
Recently had surgery, so this is a fun thing to come home to. Love the stream. Yeah, hope you're recovering well. Mr. Welsh, hello, hello. I'm old school. What about that? What about a Thule? That sounds really familiar. I'll have to look that up. Do you have a class or something you'd like to go with it, or just want to? They trolls? Yeah, they're trolls. Okay, cross between goblins and trolls. Hobgoblins and trolls. I'm down. Putting it on the list. Rolled a 4 this time. Okay, you have the Plague Lord, a grungy-looking rat folk summoner with a giant rat as his eidolon. That's pretty awesome. And a rat familiar on his shoulder. So it's a rat with rats on it. Rats with rats.
Just rats all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Always has been.
No, it's an old school monster that never had the same appearance twice. Just let's see what you take on it. Oh, interesting. Someone suggests that the Thole was actually supposed to be a ghoul, but it was a typo? That's kind of funny. Now someone's saying it's a combination of a ghoul and a hobgoblin. So there's definitely some some shenanigans going on with that one. It sounds like a mimic. It does sound like a mimic. We'll put it on the list and we'll see what happens when it comes up. I would ask for a class for it so we can have some direction. I really want to draw this frog. Man, I'm losing my voice real bad. That's not good. The Rat King, yeah. I like the Rat King.
I love a Rat King. I love a Rat Queen even better, though.
I was going to do the Yes Queen thing, but I decided not to.
No, seriously, one of my my favorite encounters I've run for my table involved a Rat King, and the people at my table went in suspecting a Rat King to some extent, although they were also nervous about an Otyug. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. Yeah, you know, the sewer monster, the tripedal sewer monster with weird eye stalks that lives in and eats shit and
Maybe I don't know
or
that.
whatever.
I thought you were trying to say Onkeg. But
No.
That does not sound. That sounds like a garbage zorn. I'm not sure what that is. I will have to look that up. But they were expecting the Rat King. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were expecting the Rat King, and they got a Rat Queen instead. And for anybody who's actually read or watched the ballet of the old Nutcracker, the Rat Queen is the one with magic who can cast Shrink and is a necromancer.
Oh.
Yeah, so my players went in expecting a Rat King, and they got one, but they also got a Rat Queen, who was I set her up as a cleric of death and undeath.
I would suggest is we have 14
negative energy.
today. Sorry, negative energy. I like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That sounds good. Messing with people's expectations is always fun.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
What's the? Just making a fighter they aren't exactly settled. I like it. We'll go with that.
And that's the Otyug or Otyuf. Not sure how to pronounce it.
Post it in the Discord. Let me take a look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, Mr. Welch even typed it out. I just, I thought you, rolled your face on the keyboard.
Some monsters do be that way.
Yeah. We need a name for this thing. I don't know. Just throw your phone against the wall and see what happens.
We're going to put up a dartboard, and all of the numbers of the alphabet go up around it, and we're all just going to take turns.
I saw a Magic the Gathering card this morning. Don't ask me why. I was looking at Magic the Gathering. I guess it was for Lars's birthday. I was looking up a bunch of silly cards for Lars's birthday. So I wasn't actually seriously. I was looking for weird cards, and there's one that is it's an unglued card, so it's meant to be kind of a joke, but it's printed and people can play it in certain situations. And it said if you have a card at the beginning of your turn, if you have a card that has every letter of the alphabet on it, you win the game. That's it. And I was just like, that's silly. But it could be kind of fun. Have the cat cross your keyboard. Yep, that's the way to do it. You can just Google it and see all kinds of horrors. Yeah, there's a really good Pathfinder book. It's just weird cryptic horror monsters, and one of them is a black cat that steals your soul, and there's a whole bunch of weird bone sewer creatures in that book that are terrifying. like the Stitchers, and man, they get dark. They get dark and they get creepy.
Black cat that steals your soul.
Yeah.
I love a cat sith.
Yeah.
Second edition Pathfinder's cat sith is pretty good. I like it better than first edition's.
I actually am going to try to start using that one, so I might look at the second edition. I don't remember the class this was supposed to be. Was it a druid?
Yes.
We're going somewhere between... I don't know if I need the loincloth. We're doing like Gripply. We're doing something. We're doing something weird. Frogs have just weird hips.
Yes, they do. They're as tall as the hips are as tall as the torso.
D&D is like a horrible fantasy if you look at the monsters, especially in 3.5 Monster Manuals 2 and 3. Yeah, 3.5 had some really, really dark ones, which is great.
It's not as bad as Pokemon Pokédex entries.
Maybe. Praying the Dice Gods are with me today because I had a sick request. Are you currently open for commissions? I am open for commissions, but I'm on like a 3-week delay right now. I have a whole bunch of projects lined up. If you do want to contact me about commissions, let me know, and we'll see when the timing lines up. I'm not sure which one was your commission, but yeah, we still have them all, so. I'm not sure why I want this frog's eyes to be blank, but that's just super creepy to me. I feel like I'm drawing something that's possessed by the plants. A little bit of Doc Ock in here somewhere. Listen to me now!
Has AI gone too far?
Absolutely.
I mean, in that instance, yes.
What if take AI and just stick in brain? It's like, maybe don't do that. No, it's fine.
What if multiple conflicting AI with multiple conflicting personalities and stick in brain? That's better, right?
The funny thing is, like, that premise, like when it was written, seemed really kind of far-fetched. Like, we're going to give the arms AI so that they can, control themselves better. It's like, we already do that. Like, we do that a lot. We do that a lot with a lot of things. You just don't stick it into your brain.
Yeah.
I am Poison Dart, Ivy Batman. Nice. I like it. Do you do landscapes or just characters? I generally only do characters. My problem with landscapes is I'm not super versed in them. And every time I have to do them, I can't accurately judge how long it's going to take me. And so, the few times I've done landscapes, I've spent like 30 to 60 hours on something and charged no money. So it's like, I'm very hesitant to do landscapes, but if I have nothing else planned and people are willing to wait and give me time and money for it, it's something we can talk about. I have done landscapes before. I was pretty happy with the one I did for what was it? One of my friends commissioned a big WoW piece, that he wanted Ice Crown Citadel painted. So I did that, but yeah, that took me like 30 plus hours. And I was like, man, never again? But maybe again.
I've gone way too complicated with this pose.
I've drawn something that looks like Storm as a frog, but getting choked by a Celia monster. Which I feel like is pretty close to what was suggested, but...
Yeah, I agree.
There are some amazing artists in the Discord that do landscapes, if you're looking for that. A frog heme with tadpole? Yeah, there we go. Axel, hello. Landscapes are like a totally different headpiece and process, I find. Yeah, they are. Super hard coming from a character, very heavy experience load. Yeah. When I like sketching backgrounds, I can't do for some reason. Like my head just doesn't wrap around it. So whenever I do backgrounds, I have to paint it, and I don't do a lot of painting. So it's a different mindset, and it usually takes me a little while to like roll into it.
Yeah.
The bra just looked like it actually would be something that happened in D&D. Board? The board just looks like something that actually would happen in D&D. A rat, plague lord, eldritch horror, frog, and the drawing board. I gotcha. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is the big bad evil group. Come, frog lord, we will take over the sewers together. Curse you, turtles. Alright, I think I'm going to call this here before I get too overwhelmed by detail. On to the next.
Got to figure out how to clean this up.
I really like that concept though. A frog druid that has like fly trap stuff. Sounds really cool. Just like the fly destroyer.
Specializes in hunting Ankeg.
Something, yeah.
And Thrycreen.
That would be really funny. Okay, here we go. Roll another dice. A 9. A Kitsune Damphir Deceptor. Is it Deceptor? Desecrator? Desecrator? Champion who fights with a massive shield. Kitsune Vampire with a shield. Nice. I think I'm actually going to be doing a full commission of that one here next week. So this will be a good warm-up. See if I know how to draw foxes. What does a vampire fox look like?
A maned wolf. No, I don't know.
Just big old fangs. Fangs, just yeah, no, nothing but fangs. All day fangs. Some alarm is going off on campus. I'll be right back. Oh, that's not good. I don't draw myself, so I don't have a frame of reference, but I was under the impression that they were all. Oop, hold on, I mixed a whole bunch of stuff here. The frog looks like it has furry tentacles and a black eye. Creepy. Yep, that was what I was going for. Half ogre, orc polearm master. Half ogre, half orc polearm master. Okay. X-blade with a mask to hide his lineage. Can do that. Put that on the list. What the hell? That's not what I want. Super hard coming for a character heavy experience. Yeah, wait, we did that. Zozorak from Pokemon. Is that a vampire werewolf? Things that look like saber-teeth, yeah. Nord, hello. Rolled a 4. You rolled another? Oh, okay, gotcha. A bearded, fire-breathing shifter barbarian wearing a dragon skull. With gold coins sewn into his skin? That's a little dark. Bearded, fire-breathing shifter. I assume that's a lizard folk. Bearded lizard.
Bearded dragon.
Yeah. Unless it's just like a dude with a beard. Which seems dangerous for fire-breathing, but...
Yeah. You do not want to accidentally spill some gasoline in there.
Yeah.
My face is on fire.
Aren't there there's little fanged foxes, right? Like that's a thing? I think those actually exist.
I'm not sure. I posted some maned wolves, which are they're in the fox family, not the wolf family.
Oh, I thought you said maned wolf. And I was like, that's a little dark, but like a ghoul wolf. And I was like, oh, maned wolf. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, look at those and tell me that that doesn't look like
that does look like a vampire.
A vampire. Fuck.
You are absolutely correct on that front. I'm back. Someone pulled the fire alarm. I don't know what was fire. Blame the lizard guy. We talked. Give him beard armor. What is beard armor? Like, is it armor made out of the beard, or is it protecting the beard?
Are you talking about the spell Ironbeard?
Ironbeard's a great spell.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty funny if you cast it on a fighter, because they're just like, that's fine. I actually did that for one of my campaigns. I gave my group a Ring of the Ironbeard. It was a cursed item, and they discovered that, and the fighter just put it on. He's like, yes. Now I have an iron beard.
That was something that I always wished that Matt had pulled for Grog after Grog got his beard in campaign 1 in Critical Role.
No, lizard, I got it. It's on the list. It's the half ogre, half orc. Yeah, put it on there. You wanted Grog to be cursed, or like?
No, I wanted him
Ironbeard?
to. Yeah, I wanted him to have access to Ironbeard. Like, if he was gonna have a beard anyway, despite the fact that his character is supposed to be like hairless, like, or his character's race is supposed to be hairless canonically. Like, if he was gonna go out of his way to get a beard, then I wanted it to be an iron beard so he could attack with his face.
I think that's pretty good.
So, I mean, Travis would have had so much fun with that.
Just smashing people with his chin.
Yeah.
Bam.
Travis loves memes, as is evidenced by Chetney, his current character.
Look up Iron Breaker or Iron Drake from Warhammer 40k. That's what I was thinking. That's still the wolf? That's creepy. That 100% looks like someone that turned into a wolf. Or someone that kind of thought they knew what a wolf looked like and then got bitten by that.
Yeah. I use maned wolves as references for blink dogs a lot.
Okay.
Just because, like, I mean, if you look them up on Google, a maned wolf is they're just weird. They're
They're
way
weird.
too long in every aspect.
Behold the bearded axe grog. The bearded axe grog.
They called me the face chopper.
Really like Kitsune.
They're pretty cool. I kind of avoid playing with them because there's a lot of kind of weird. How do I say this? There's a lot of weird kind of anime sort of culture around them that I'm not 100% comfortable with.
I think that's something I have to get over because like there's Rule 34 for everything, man. Like
Yeah.
I think it's Kitsune or plus they have their own actual mythos. So I'm not super worried.
Yeah, no, that's I'm not opposed to it. It's just not a space I'm comfortable playing in.
Gotcha.
So I do not begrudge anybody who wants to like play super sexy Kitsune as long as everybody at the table is consenting and okay with that, right?
There's a lot of implications in that. why you gotta play the super thing. I mean, I think that's fair for any character.
You don't have to, but there is a certain amount of that's the weird anime kind of culture that I'm talking about. It's like the original kind of furry lust thirst trap.
Not bunny girls and catfolk.
I mean, maybe it depends on which corner of the internet you happen to accidentally stumble into, but
maybe I'm not as informed as you are in this situation.
maybe I don't know. I don't know exactly how informed I am. I only know I've stumbled across some stuff that made me go, maybe I'm gonna second guess playing Fox People for now.
I've run into more kobolds than Fox People doing thirst traps, so. Bri, hello, member for 32 months. Oh man, this channel's been going for a while. I mean, they're basically Japanese succubuses, if that's my understanding. That's fair. I don't know. I thought it was a Korean thing, but maybe it is Japanese. I'm not sure. Bri, how are you today? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the $20. Oh boy, yep, there you go. Sexy gremlins. Like, when did that movie come out? Gremlins 2 came out like 92, 94? Well, skip the shifter since I can't get the head right. Oh well, no, then I have to put it back on the list. Control Z. Okay, back on the list. of Gorilla Vengeance Paladin with massive marble greatsword. That's pretty awesome.
Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd with a what was that sword from? There's a Dark Souls weapon that's just like a big chunk of rock. It's pretty great. Can't remember though.
There's a lot of weapons like that though.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Natural one. What do we got? What do we got on the list here? An Owl Warforged Cleric, Undead Warlock.
Undead owl.
An undead.
Warf.
Oh, sorry. It's an Owl Warforged
Okay.
Cleric Warlock, but it's an undead warlock, so like a necromancer essentially. A barn owl inspired Warforged necromancer.
Okay.
It's the Laudna subclass.
Sure. Oh, is she an undead warlock?
Yeah, that
Gotcha.
part of her kid is she's an undead patron.
Gotcha. Talking about Kitsune, right? According to the almighty Google, they're Japanese in origin, although I imagine like dragons, they'd probably got mixed up with other myths in the area. Probably. Yeah, that makes sense. So originally Japanese. Cool. Now they're vampires, which makes them super sexy.
And they did have a bench for eating livers, so...
To be fair, everybody does. Like, who doesn't love liver? I fucking hate liver. I will not eat liver ever in my life again if I can help it.
Texture is problematic for me.
It's a giant sponge, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Spleen is worse, though.
What's that?
The spleen is worse.
Oh yeah, don't eat spleen either. Spleen is much worse.
I feel like it depends on the animal that you eat it from.
I mean, technically, I guess the spleen really just cleans your blood of itself, whereas the liver kind of collects all the crap your blood is carrying.
The liver also processes and exports whatever it can.
Yeah. Whenever people are like, "Oh, you need to go on a detox diet," like, it's just let your liver do it. It's fine. Your liver will take care of it. If you don't have a healthy liver, you don't talk to your doctor. Like, that's how that works.
Yep.
Your spleen,
Yeah.
on the other hand, is just like it's like the actually, I don't have a good analogy for that. Your spleen takes damaged blood cells and recycles them, which is normal. Like, it's not like when you're dying, your blood gets worse, which maybe it does, but like your blood just breaks down, and you have a lot of different types of blood cells in your spleen. To my understanding, just kind of collects the bad cells and filters it. It's just a filter. But it's a filter for your own stuff, whereas the liver's a filter for all the garbage you eat. So don't eat other things' liver, because it's full of garbage. That's all I'm saying. Message redacted. Sorry. I don't know what you were saying, Brian. It's good time. It's well timed.
Oh, forever sent by fried chicken livers.
I've never had fried chicken livers, so maybe that's awesome.
If the chicken's young enough that it doesn't really have time to accumulate a lot of trash in its liver, then it's probably okay.
Biology is not my strong suit. What does my gizzard do again? Your gizzard is essentially your teeth, but in your throat, because you're a chicken,
Yes.
apparently. Like, chicken don't have teeth. Put teeth in the throat. That's how gizzards work.
Yes. Well. And proceed to eat rocks to grind down.
Yeah. You don't grow teeth. You have to eat your teeth.
And that is something I will not eat.
Oh, don't
because
eat a gizzard. That's bad.
It's not so much it's bad, it's tough. It's this very tough part of the bird. And it's just... It doesn't take well to cooking at all.
It's the rock sack. All I know is gizzard is why I eat rocks. I mean, yeah, there you go. Don't eat rocks, people, unless you have a gizzard. In which case, talk to your doctor. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. My squiddly spooch. So many plentiful organs. I love Invader Zim. It's like it's definitely my like annoying it was SpongeBob for me when I was younger, I guess. Like it's just super annoying and full of memes, but I enjoyed it. Dr. Random, I got a new job and it's exciting and kind of scary in a strange way. Nice, congratulations. That's awesome. Bird biology is weird and cool. Agreed. What is my crop pouch? I stepped through biology class. I have no idea. That one I don't know. Talk to the bird people. But it's a different schedule, so I should be able to interact more again. Nice, that's awesome. As opposed to just lurking all the time. Well, I appreciate the lurks and I appreciate you hanging out, so hopefully you enjoy your new job. That is always scary and, usually worthwhile. So I hope everything goes well for you and it's a smooth transition. But it is stress, so let us know if we can do anything for you. Not all stress is bad, but stress is stress. That's a thing I always like to point out. Like, it's okay to be stressed sometimes. Because life is stress, and that's, dealing with it is part of it. So even when things are good, they still cause stress. I think I'm about done with this one. This is a cool little first peek, because next week I'll probably be working on this Thursday, I think. I think Thursday is going to be this commission for a Damphir Kitsune. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun one.
Let's see. Barn Owl Easy, how to make Warforged.
Mighty Mouse, rewatch this as an adult and cringe. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mighty Mouse and like what was the other one? Speedy Gonzales. Is it Speedy? Speedy Gonzales?
Yeah.
I love that as a kid, but now watching it, it's just like there's not a lot of content here. It's just like all tropes and gags.
Yeah. I grew up on Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, yeah. Which Tom and Jerry I still think does have some. It's only slapstick. Like that's all Tom and Jerry is slapstick. So it's like there's no content. It's just, which is fine.
It is shockingly more violent than I remember, though.
Oh yeah. No, there's like Felix the Cat, hyper violent. Like for as much shit as we got for like the Ninja Turtles, Felix the Cat was almost grotesque.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pet the skip cat. Oh, he's gotta go to the vet on Monday.
Get another shot.
Yeah. Get his teeth cleaned. We'll see how that goes. ttrpg, hello. Looks like I have a few things going. Yeah, we are doing the viewer suggestion today. If you have a character you'd like to see drawn, you're very welcome to suggest it. We'll put it on the list. I'm about to roll for the next one, so that's a going. How to RPG. We're also like, if you want, I can post a link to your channel. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, it's very worthwhile. Lots of good information. You've recently updated your name, so I'm not sure if YouTube will. I think I might have to check stuff. See if I can find that. See if I can find your channel real quick and post that in the chat. Oh, so loud. Nope, that's the wrong one. Found it. Okay. Got it. Yeah, my old link was not great. Let me post that in the chat for you. Really good information about D&D and playing RPGs, hanging out with people. The GM roundtable, I think, DM roundtable. All good stuff. Oh, bam! Bro, I'm out here watching Droids as my cartoon of choice and getting called vintage by Disney. That's funny. I just watched, what was it? Oh man, there's a whole bunch of really cool Star Wars content on Disney Plus now, and I'm super excited about. So, how about a Warforged Dragonborn? Yeah, we can do that. We can put that on the list. That sounds fun. What's my prompt again? I spent too much time trying to figure out how to draw a gorilla. It was a gorilla with a giant two-handed sword, I think. So I think it was a gorilla barbarian.
Like a marble sword.
Marble sword, yeah. That was it.
Because I was thinking of like, obviously it's a magical sword if it's made out of marble.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. How to RPG.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope your channel's going well. I hope everybody is finding their place with the new stuff. I'm still like excited to see what happens with 1 D&D, but at the same time, I'm going to be playing a lot of Pathfinder, I think, in the future. Like, I think that's where I'm headed. It's just a lot of my content is going to be leaning a lot more towards Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so I'm excited for that. But we'll see how that goes. I think the next video I'm going to do is going to be the space plants that I keep forgetting the name of. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to finish up.
Konrasu?
Yeah, the Konrasu. Super good. I was trying to finish up the Goblin video for today. It didn't get done because, you know, that's how it goes. But it'll get done soon. I rolled an 8. I'll submit a new character for Pathfinder. Awesome. A dwarf alchemist with a particular propensity for explosions and fire. I like it. Dwarf and alchemist. Homing chicken, hello, hello. Skip cast would always be kept a happy boy. Yeah, he's spoiled, but he somehow tricked us into overfeeding him again. And I'm not sure how that happens, but I gotta watch out for that. He got 2 extra meals yesterday. It was like 9:30. John Pro walks in and I just hear the cat bowls get filled, and I was like, "Why did you feed them?" She's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, What? She's like, they were hungry. I'm like, yeah, that's not how that works. So I was very confused. So Skip Cat is getting all kinds of spoiled right now. Okay.
Dwarven Fire Alchemist. I have to redouble my efforts for stopping the flow of cat food in the house.
Gotta keep the boys healthy.
Rather than happy.
Yeah. He's getting the shot he's been taking for his arthritis. Like, he got 1 shot and it seemed to be pretty good.
So he's finally starting to like jump up on stuff again, which is good. He still hasn't jumped up on the bed, but he's like running around the couch and stuff again, which is really cool. I haven't seen him do that in a while, so I'm excited. It's working. It seems like it's working.
Now we just got to make sure he doesn't get super chunky again.
Yeah. I was gonna say being healthy does generally tend to lead to happiness.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case for cats, though.
Well, cats are never happy anyway, so being healthy helps them to approach happiness as much as the little demons that they are allows.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to paint camo backwards and fade it the same way, same time. Human Bard parody of Crazy Owl. I like that. That's good. Paint camo backwards. What does that mean? Like, is there a proper format for camo that I don't know about? And then how would that be backwards? Like inverted colors?
World War II uniform orc idea still on the list, or have I missed it? I've been trying to catch the stream and been bouncing around stuff. Yeah, I don't think that was on the list this week. If it was, I might have missed it. So, hitting it on a Lexan car body. Oh. So like painting it on the inside of the. So you have to paint the top first. I see what you're saying. That is complicated. I think you can figure it out. What you could do is you could go in Photoshop and just isolate the colors and then separate those out either into layers or print them off just as like a layer template, so you kind of know what you need to paint without looking at the other two colors. Winter camo. So, oh god, that's gonna be even worse because it's like white, blue, and gray. Which you could still do that though. Like you could still isolate the colors, and just that way you only have to look at one color, paint that pattern, and then add the second color and adapt it to that. Darkest is at first. So yeah. You basically you can find like just the dark spots and remove the other two colors. I kind of like the idea that a dwarven alchemist just has a whole bunch of like mead bottles full of stuff. Instead of having little tiny fancy flasks, he's just got like big like hip flasks and bottles and jars. It's like everything he has is robust. Say it again.
I said Molotov mead cocktails. Yep. Also, going back to D&D, not on the news that's been going on for the past month. I finished watching that video about the Luchador class, and it seems really interesting.
Nice. Is it just a grapple class, or is it like a performance class? I didn't watch the video yet.
Both.
Sorry. Nice. Performance combat is something I really like. I really think it's interesting.
Because it's its own separate class. Because he talked like how a lot of grapple builds you have to like sacrifice your attack to do it, and so you're like sacrificing power for a bit of control. You didn't want that to be the case for this. Nice. So
yeah, because like
also get.
No, go ahead. Good. You keep going. You keep going. I have things to say about the whole situation. So.
Okay. And there's also like signature moves that you can like stack together with your lucha dice, as they call it.
Lucha dice? Oh no.
Yep. So he said it would have been more simple to have done it with like how like sorcery points or key points is, but he wanted to do it like more like how the Battlemaster has their superiority die. So it makes it a bit more complicated for them to kind of work out all the math of all the different signature moves, but you can stack as many signature moves as you have lucha dice.
Okay.
And each one costs like a different amount of dice. So like the highest one's like 4 dice.
Interesting.
So.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look into that a little more. So with what I was worried about, and I've done this a few times with a few different builds, of having people wanting to play grapplers, I've always tried to give them an ability or a way to get like a constrict move, because constricting is super powerful when it comes to monsters. Essentially allows you to negate having to re-grapple and then try to like headbutt or make a small weapon attack. It's just like, if you succeed in the grapple on your turn, that counts as the attack and you get to do the damage. Like, and then that way it feels like you're getting rewarded for succeeding in the grapples, instead of just like every turn attempting to grapple and then you lose your turn because you can't really do anything else. So it's grappling is really complicated, but I think the constricting abilities make it a little more entertaining, but it can also be very powerful depending on how you use it. Because like, yeah, if a TX grabs a goblin, it's just like, yeah, the goblin dies. Like I'm not gonna roll 13 dice every turn. It just it eats it. It's fine. so there's a couple different things you got to look at there.
Yeah. I do like how they handled the subclasses with it. So the subclasses are based around the masks.
Okay.
So
Is it something you
have,
change
like-
masks, or you just like it's just part of your character
Well,
when you start?
So it's like a persona. So like when you take on a subclass, that is now your persona. So there's like the local hero mask.
Interesting.
Or there's a feathered serpent mask, which lets you do a bit of range things with wind.
And so,
Man.
is switching the masks part of the class?
No,
Okay.
you can't switch masks.
Okay,
'cause
that
it's
was my question.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you don't like it, you could ask the DM, "Can I switch?" But
Sure, but it fundamentally changes the class when you change the mask.
yeah,
Okay, cool. I will be
Like,
the heel this time.
well, sadly no heal, but
No.
so like the one that's like the most baseline is like the local hero mask. So it's like it doesn't change how they fundamentally play. It just enhances your skills that you already have.
Gotcha. That's cool.
So like how the champion is for the fighter.
But it sounds a little bit like first edition the Vigilante.
Kinda.
Yeah, there's a weird thing you could do with the gladiator and the vigilante that was like, man, it's been a while since I've played a vigilante. Like, I had someone play one and it was really confusing the whole time because they played a little bit like Batman and Van Helsing mixed together, and I was like,
Yeah.
But it seemed fun. So
Nothing but Instructively helped with this one, actually, now I remember.
nice. Actually, yeah, I think I was there for part of that. Now that you're mentioning it, I do like luchadors. Luchadors are great.
Luchadors are a lot of fun.
And so it's like a strength and charisma class.
Yeah.
So your unarmored defense basically is goes off your strength and your charisma.
That's cool.
Yeah. This is such a better drawing than the goblin that I was working on.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this dwarf. So
I apologize to the person who requested the goblin. It's not the best I could do, but also it's kind of the best I could do today with that prompt.
What
there's
was the
definitely some
prompt?
times when I get suggestions and it's just like I just can't make it work, and it makes me sad. It's like, dang it.
Yeah. The of course, the prompt was a goblin barbarian who gets thrown out of a catapult to attack the back lines.
Oh, the rubber goblin.
Yeah, so I got this action pose, and my line work sucks.
Sometimes you just can't draw. What happens?
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I don't like what I just did. I'm gonna erase that.
Be gone. Excuse me.
Bless you. What time is it? How are we doing? It's only 12:30. Wow. Wow. Dang, it is 12:30 though. We've been going for an hour and a half. So I think it's a good time to take a break. Have everyone get up, do some stretches. I'm gonna get a little bit of a snack, use the restroom, get a drink. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll finish drawing some stuff. How's that sound?
That's
Oh, yeah.
Roll the heads.
Spoil it.
Yeah, I think that's about good for this dwarf. We will. I kind of want to give him the little bit of a singed hair on top.
Maybe the tips of his mustache are a little burnt.
I figured you would go the full Victor, just crazy singed hair and
Mechanical arm.
yep.
Oh my gosh! Last night, we started playing a new 5e campaign, my group, and I'm playing a character who is basically the goblin version of Victor,
That's great.
and it was a total accident, and I am so freaking happy with it.
Oh no!
Learn from my mistakes.
Okay.
It's fine. I wasn't actually stealing it. I just wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to see how it worked.
Oh no.
I approve
Yeah.
wholeheartedly of this.
His name is Curdle. Spelled with an X.
Oh god, I don't even want to know where that X is.
It's X instead of K.
Okay. So his name is Zertle.
Yes, his name is Zerdle, but it's pronounced Curdle.
What was the in Final Fantasy 11? When you become a dragoon, you get a wyvern pet. You get like a little tiny dragon, and you can't name it. You have to pick one of like 3 random names that it gives you.
Oof.
And it was always garbage. I actually leveled dragoon twice to try to get a different name, and it didn't work. And
That's so weird that you can't name it. That's so weird.
yeah, so I picked one that was spelled, it was like Kachau something. And I would constantly tell people like, oh, this is Pacha. And they're like, what? I'm like, it's Pacha, but it's spelled with a K. So I just changed the name of the dragon and said that it was spelled funny. Everyone thought I got someone else weird, strange looks. They'd be like, go Pacha, go! And they're like, what the fuck is a Pacha? It's like, shut up. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go refill my water, get some food, take a break. Everyone stretch, get up, walk around a little bit if you can. Just, can't walk around, you know? Just stretch your arms, stretch your mind. Read 30 seconds of a book. I'll be right back. Everybody hang
I'm
tight.
gonna do 30 push-ups.
That sounds excessive, but sure. Be right back, everybody. Hang tight.
I watched the first 3 episodes of Legend of Vox Machina today. It was great, people. Y'all should go to watch it, if you can. I just realized I was completely by myself and was slightly self-conscious. Spirit is back. Now don't feel self-conscious.
I am back.
I was saying I watched the first 3 episodes of Legend of Vox Machina this morning, and oh boy, it's great.
Excellent.
Oh, I got my drink. Hold on.
Yeah, so they're releasing 3 episodes every Friday.
Cool.
So for the next 3 Fridays. I really like a lot of the voice actors that they got this time around, other than the normal
Alright.
crew.
I got some sparkling water. I got some turkey jerky. Let's roll some dice.
LaCroix sparkling water or some just plain sparkling water?
Sparkling ice. It's like the cheap
Uh,
LaCroix.
well, cheap LaCroix is probably a bit tastier.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my, cat. Yeah, hello. What do you have on your face?
Disgrace.
Got cat hair. Cheap, but I find it better. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of LaCroix. Like, I'll drink it, but not a big fan.
I mean, there's only one flavor that's worth drinking of LaCroix, and that's the grapefruit.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much it.
Unless you take medicine that prevents you from having anything related to grapefruit, then don't drink it.
Cough, cough, like maybe I do.
I wasn't sure on that. So.
I'm not supposed to drink it, so I don't. But I do sometimes. An autognome barbarian who just kicks people in the shins. So I'm gonna draw like a red cap. I'm gonna draw an autognome red cap that just kicks people. They're great.
This has massive oversized shoes.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Really like the autonym you did for that video.
I did too. That was fun.
You definitely influenced the way I do robots. I like to do those your little World of Warcraft tiny robot legs now.
It's such a good design. Like, for anything that came out of Shadowlands, there was a lot of just garbage. But like the way they designed the robots, I'm in love with it. It's so good.
There was robots in Shadowlands?
Yeah, the brokers. Like there's no moving parts. They're supposed to be like energy based, and then they just have little bits, like little pieces, like hard statuesque pieces. I really like it. And so the autognome I drew was heavily inspired by them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about it is the flame head. Like I think my WoW warrior still has that helmet that makes your head look like that. It's just like, yes, this is it. This is the last helmet I'll ever need.
I'm a big fan of like the style of robots that they did for the automaton for 2nd edition Pathfinder. Like that ancient, it's like a weird blend of both ancient and kind of futuristic robotics.
Yeah, that was shoot. The artist that does that worked on a whole bunch of other stuff, and I can't remember, like for Magic. I think it was for Magic. I really like his stuff. I think he did a lot of the sliver art.
Found their art station.
Okay. Okay. What's up, Orange Cat? Hey. Here, you want some jerky? Does that satiate your hunger? I won't eat that. You can't make me. I drew this. This does not look like an autognome. It just looks like a robot. I want to give him like big old Mega Man boots.
I feel like I'm drawing something from the Court of Owls from Batman.
Oh man, that was such a weird series. That was probably the last like serialized series of Batman I read.
Did you find a picture of the robots you were talking about? Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
I don't know how I would pronounce his name, so I want to say Gary Erb, but
Yeah. Ray Erb.
yeah, I love like kind of the weird lattice work that he added to the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I love that so much. It's so good. I love the head shapes. The head shapes are probably my favorite.
yeah,
Which why not? Let's do some of that. Let's do some fun head shapes design. They called me the kicker. 'Cause I kick.
just goes full Nezuko from Demon Slayer.
To boof. You volleyball kick people's heads off.
Yep.
I don't know what I've done, but I don't like it. Ooh, this is getting interesting. I like this. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It took a turn. It took a turn, but I'm excited.
Well, apparently I was like 2 minutes behind. And I clicked live, and it's like, oh god, very different.
Let's beef up his legs a little bit more. It almost looks like a oh no, what's it called? Like an Umber Hulk or one of the big old creepy gorilla bugs.
Not Ankh.
It might be Ankh.
Crocs?
Crocs, there we go, yeah. Maybe we'll give him big old arms.
Umber Hulk.
I have a lot more space. I could be making this a lot bigger.
Yeah. Dang it, I've already spaced her name.
Jolene? I think Jolene.
Yeah, she done for today?
I don't know. I might have missed the goodbye if she said goodbye, so.
She did post all the stuff she did, so.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Thank
if
you
you're
for
still
joining
here,
with us.
yeah, thanks for joining. Bye.
Beep, beep, beep. Apparently taking a break, we lost like half the viewers.
Oh no.
It's all about that attention, people. You gotta hold it. I think it's important to get up and stretch, though. So.
Well, I had to carry in wood, so I've already done my stretches before I came back.
That's good. I need to go chop some wood today. It got cold yesterday. It was weird. It rained and it got cold. This was like low 40s, which isn't terrible, but felt cold.
It's like like 36 here.
Yeah.
And kind of spitting snow.
It's still January.
Yeah.
It looks like a Gorilla Hulk in armor rather than an auto gnome. Yeah, I mean, but it's tiny, you know? It's tiny.
It is, yeah, it's just a Gorilla Hulk that's only 1.5 feet tall.
It's a tiny symbol monkey. With amazing leg servos. Fucking
My leg!
my fucking leg! Ooh! Sorry, I'm thinking of the Pokemon battle. You could have walked away! Why did you evolve me? I love you, Pikachu! The 3D modeler is working on one of my projects. That space guy drew. It's looking pretty good. Pretty excited. So I'll have to try to share that whenever he's finished. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see stuff in 3D again. Yeah, eventually they're gonna have to make Pokemon like Pokemon Glock and
Block and shotgun.
mm-hmm. Go hand grenade. Note to
I
self:
hope they
strawberries.
choose to put it down by that time.
Strawberries and hummus are not a good idea. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Things that don't go with strawberries: chickpeas and olive oil,
And garlic.
and garlic. Yeah.
So hummus.
Yeah. Well, that was the joke I was trying.
Oh.
That's what makes hummus.
Sorry, I was reading and wasn't hearing.
Normally, if the things that go into something don't go with something, then that thing won't go with the stuff it's made out of.
No.
Okay. Man, I haven't had a good strawberry in a while. Hopefully my strawberries will grow back this year. It was really hot and dry last year, so I don't know if my strawberries survived. Pokemon Sea and Sky, but the two box legendaries are a boat and a plane. That's pretty good.
I mean, why not? There's so many inanimate object Pokemon right now.
I'm still very confused about that whole situation. Like, okay, Trubbish, right? Like,
Yep.
Which came first, the garbage or the Pokemon?
Canonically, the garbage came first, and the Pokemon is born out of it. Same with Muck and Coughing.
Okay.
They are specifically designed to represent the three primary types of pollution, right? Like water, air, and like solid waste.
But so then, are we saying that Pokemon can just randomly generate within the world?
Yes.
Yuck. Yuck, I don't like it.
Porygon is just made out of random bits of data.
But that was on purpose, wasn't it? Or no?
Synthetically created, I think, but I'm not sure.
This is the problem with teleporters. I'm sorry, this is Existential Rook again. We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk to Existential Rook today. I want to go back to talking about food.
Okay, no more Pokemon then.
So you don't have to have, like, you can do like a really garlic heavy hummus, and you can put like roasted. I keep wanting to say onions. That's not right. Roasted
Peppers?
Roasted
bell
peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are sweet. So maybe strawberries wouldn't be so bad. But what makes strawberries bad for hummus?
I mean, the sweetness level, I think. Like I've seen chefs do like use strawberries and kind of treat them with salt and vinegar to make something approaching like a tomato base.
With strawberries?
Yeah. Because like strawberries, they're like red, so you kind of associate them, or can kind of associate the end product similarly if it is, you know, broken down enough. Roasted tomatoes can be sweet, so like
Right,
you just have to add things to change the flavor enough to make it approach, you know, like a tomato.
Dark Kitty says, in my defense, it was a veggie plate and I had hummus left over from my veggies.
Yeah, but like I would definitely, if I had a hummus plate and I had grapes, I would probably dip the grapes in the hummus. But I don't care about a lot of things. Like if something tastes bad, it's like, all right, whatever.
That's a flavor now in my head. Oh no, food cones up. It's almost all time in the stream.
I mean, it's 1 o'clock. We got, yeah, you know, it goes. That's how it goes.
It's okay.
If you want the stream to keep going, we got to hit the hype train.
All good things must come to an end eventually.
Yeah.
I'm still going on this. Like I'm feeling happy with what I've got. So
I kind of digging this little dude, so I might keep going with it too.
yeah, so we can talk about food and keep going. You know, there's no reason not to break precedence here.
I love hummus. Hummus is so good.
I do too. I love hummus on a turkey sandwich with provolone. And really, really good German mustard.
Yep, that's good stuff.
I haven't been able to find the mustard that I usually like lately. So I've been looking at recipes to make my own.
Yeah, sorry, I'm an Amazon kid because I live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would buy like a tub. I think they sell them in, I don't think it's a pound. I think it might be a 5-pound jar. It might be a gallon. It would just be a gallon of mustard seed, like
Yeah.
actual mustard seed. And then you can use that to make everything. Like honey mustard, you can use it to make just stone ground mustard plain. That's what it is. Stone ground mustard is really good, but you can get it unground.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's so good.
It's great.
The other one looks like one of those Monsters Finish made Power Rangers. Monster Finishers. I want a burger or fish, and I'm sad I don't have some.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It is Friday. I usually try to do something irresponsible on Friday, like pizza or something. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I don't know what I'm going to do today. This does not feel like an auto gnome anymore. I don't know what this is, but he might be a little too bulky. I love the head shape though.
Do 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 ba oh oh.
I think I'm gonna draw one more. I'm gonna shade his arm in. That's a little auto gnome. How many we got left? We actually got through quite a few today. I'm excited about. Down to solve D12. All right, here we go. A kobold gunslinger. That's a pretty good one there, Tom. We'll see how long it takes me. It's your kobolds. Repairs the kobolds. I mean, I kind of want to just draw Snoot.
Flame Gad Snoot?
Yeah. Gad Flame Snoot.
Gad Flame Snoot? Whatever. I love the mustache on him.
I don't know if I want the mustache to be real. I mean, like...
Oh, it's so much. It's better if it's definitely not real, right?
I mean more like I think it's funnier if all of the wanted posters are up with the mustache, but then the real one doesn't have the mustache, and so that's how he keeps getting away with stuff. That's not me. That guy obviously has a mustache.
See a mustache on this?
Give him a mustache. Why not? Gad Flame Snoot is a kobold gunslinger who has two, what is essentially flame shotguns. So he's got like two short double-barreled shotguns that shoot fire.
Dragon pistols, right?
Dragon pistols, yep.
I'll show you Dragon's Breath. Bam!
Bang, 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 bang. Died a horrible death. I guess it was pretty good though. Like, as like gunslingers go, he just lost the draw, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to fight? I kill him. It's like, oh, well, okay. He dies. He'll come back. We'll be back with a vengeance.
Undead kobold gunslinger.
Yep. There's a YouTube keeps suggesting what is it? Like quick draw, world record quick draw stuff. Because I love cowboy firearms, and so I keep seeing these people, and I saw one yesterday. And it was just like a 30-second PSA of this guy being like, "Yeah, if you do ever want to try to get into cowboy action shooting, which is using 6 shooters and stuff, lever action rifles." He's like, don't practice with live rounds. Never ever practice with live rounds. And he just went through this whole long list of like, just don't do it because you will shoot yourself in the leg. It's just gonna happen. So it's like, yeah, that sounds awful. It sounds awful, and I will probably never ever do that. But damn, like they're fast. They're so fast. And I really like that. I like that concept for D&D as well. Just like basically gunslingers having a super high initiative so that they can do that like quick draw stuff. And I think I've talked about the samurai. I had a friend that was playing a samurai, which is very similar to the gunslinger, oddly enough. Like the well, I guess that makes sense, right? Because the old Western cowboy is really the same stories as like the singular Ronin or the wandering Ronin.
Yes, but also samurai were riflers. They were gunmen.
So spaghetti westerns, it's all the same. It's great. That is beautiful, and I love it. Good. I love the fake mustache and the kobold. Finster Finnish is a country. Finland. I am sorry. I don't understand what that means. But yeah, so my friend made a samurai, and his whole thing was he was looking for his evil brother or whatever have you. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he essentially wanted to have it come down to a quick draw duel. And so when he finally did meet this character, he had made the character for me, and he handed me the character sheet, and he's like, okay, we roll for initiative. We rolled, he beat him, the evil guy did, and one-shotted him. Just one-shotted his character. And I was like, oh shit. And he's like, cool. And he just took the character sheet back. He's like, I'm playing this character now. And I was like, what? they were the exact same stats, but he's like, I just had one that was chaotic good, and the other one was chaotic evil. And I wanted to see what would happen. So now I'm playing this character. Or lawful, sorry. One was, how did he have that? It would have had to have been a lawful character because they were samurai. And I think he was just playing with the idea that they were both kind of generic characters, but they had hated each other. Because he didn't play it as like a super evil character, but he had portrayed it to us that way, and that's why he wanted to duel him. But it was an interesting trade-off to just all of a sudden like switch characters mid-campaign by killing off your other character. But it was a really cool duel. It was a really cool quick draw. And I really like that idea, so something fun to do in the future. Voltorb is all. Yeah, what is Voltorb? Is it a possessed Pokeball? Is that what it was?
No idea. There is a theory that because Voltorb and Haunter have the same eyes, the idea is that a Haunter, because Haunter can like possess items and then like terrorize people, that Voltorb are Haunter who tried to possess a Pokeball and then got stuck because of the technology.
That's funny.
What I'm reading is they actually are kind of like sentient Pokeballs.
Okay. Great.
Weirdness.
I put like a few holes in his hat.
I mean, like, do we want to talk about how the fossil resurrection machine doesn't actually resurrect the fossils? It just gives life to rocks.
I mean, we weren't going to be existential rooks, so no.
You're the one who brought Pokemon back up.
I know, but we don't have to talk about the existential dread. The weekend, man.
How about this weather, eh?
I really wanted to get some like Werner Herzog quote in there about the weather.
I barely know who that is, so.
And he's an existential nihilist. Everything is about the horrifying nature of mankind, and all the weather is really just the antithesis of existential dread as the universe slowly entropies itself to death.
Yeah, no.
Don't look up Werner Herzog. Like, just don't. Just don't do it. He's a great writer and producer, but like, God, you have to be mentally steeled to check out his stuff.
Yeah. So only reason I know the name was College Humor they have a few different game shows they have. One was called Game Changer, and one of the things they had to do was a improv of a Herzog Spider-Man.
Yep. That's awesome.
And it's like, oh God. But yeah, I took philosophy, and I've known too many college students who are trying to like embody that type of mentality.
I love this pose you've got going on for Gad.
Pew-pew-pew. I'm not sure, like, I don't know where his elbows would be. I think they'd be back. Be back and slightly above his hands, so it'd be like right here.
We're just gonna walk into the guild one day, and it's just gonna be another kobold. I'm like, who are you?
I'm here to claim your bounty.
You probably would make a great pistolero gunslinger for 2nd edition.
Yeah, it might be fun.
Yeah, the pistolero's the quick draw on dual pistols.
I think I'm done with this.
And then we eventually got the sentient key. Is there a sentient key Pokemon?
Yes.
The Kobold was 11 days old. Day 1 till retirement. Always. I don't understand how people hate the objectifications. Wait, Objectimons? Is that a Volborg and a Mug?
Object Pokemon?
Yeah, object Pokemon, I guess. I think for me, like, my real beef with it is the laziness.
Yeah.
So, like, I get, like, the muck and stuff, like, that's trying to make a statement. But in canon, it feels weird that a Pokemon just becomes alive because of thing, right? So, like, like the little creature that inhabits the Pokedex in the newer games, I like that because it's a Pokemon first that then embodies something. That's fine. But then, like, the Voltorb, cool, it's a Haunter that possessed the Pokeball. Like, those are all things. But there feels to be like a kind of a lazy transition to, what's this? I don't know, a can of soda? Let's call it a Pokemon. Same thing with, like, Pidgeot. It's like, it's just a bird.
Yep.
like, is it a Pokemon or is it a bird? Our Pokemon's everything in the universe. Our people Pokemons. It gets existential, and we probably shouldn't talk about it. But I don't really have a problem with any of them. It's just a lot of the newer Pokemon feel lazy, I think, is the biggest thing. So whether or not, if you can avoid that in your designs, then I don't have a problem with them, which I think a lot of them do get explained away, and they're probably fine and not really worth griping about.
Yeah, and I do want to say that this isn't a recent problem for me. I feel the same way about Sinistea as I do about Muck and Voltorb. Like, they exist and that's fine, but I don't care for them. I have always thought they were lazy since I very first bought a blue version when it came out, when it was released in the US. So
Gotta get them chaps. All chaps are assless. Otherwise, they're just pants. I make fake Pokemon called Nook.
that was just a nuke. Yeah, and there you go. That's kind of weird. I've made the Pokemon gun joke a lot over the years for that same reason. It's just like with Sword and Shield. I think they made a Pokemon that was a sword, right?
Yes.
It wasn't the name Pokemon, but like there's just a bunch of floating weapons, and it's like, what is actually going on here? Please explain this to me. So,
Yeah.
What, Honedge and Aegislash and
Dual edge, whatever.
Doublade, yeah.
you got Doublades. I think that's a good place to call it. I think we did good here today. We had a lot of fun stuff. This one probably could have been refined, but I'm sure we'll draw another Kobold Gunslinger in the future.
Yeah.
I don't foresee that not happening. I should make him. I should make should remake Gad. I can't publish it though, because you know. This is a OGL free zone. So we're gonna call it there today before we start talking politics. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out this week. It was fun. Even though Wednesday got kind of booped around, we got some cool fan art done. Not fan art. Commission work done. We have some more commissions for next week on Twitch, which is going to be awesome. If you're not following on Twitch, follow on Twitch. Yeah. If you would like to get a commission, let me know. We still have some slots open for February. I'm already booking out to February, which is fun. Yeah. That's all I got. Let's see if anybody else is online. Go hang out with them for a little bit. And we'll call it a day. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Vertex. Have a great weekend yourself. To everyone else. Alright. We will go see what they are up to here. See what Roll for Combat's doing today. Looks like they're talking about more OGL surveys, which might be good. I will hopefully learn something. So, that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we'll catch y'all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
If a submission isn't done in the stream, where does it go? You can basically just reapply it next week on the viewer suggestion or when you're jumping in the chat. So we'll just add it again to next week. But you will have to resubmit it. So, thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.